Do you guys remember when I said that I wanted to do a farm sim series and proceeded to completely leave it abandoned for a month? I think a month. Well, we're going to rectify that today and make a return to our 1965 series. As you can see, we have some new mods. Should tell us some more stuffs. I think this is some hay here. Let's see where we left off. I think we just got done windrowing. Let's actually make sure that we did all our windrowing. If anybody remembers, we're back on the 5020 today. Hell of a good tractor. It's a little choppy right now. Let's see if we can fix that by doing some of this. Better? Better. I had a Opera still open. It's early in the morning. Alright, I'm gonna get over here. We'll grab our little forage wagon. And rinse and repeat, guys. Right back to it. So, I am going to be staggering these with the workers and resources videos. I do not think that I'm going to keep doing Retro Rewind. I'm coming off of a little bit of a break. Took a couple weeks after I got done with college. Did some traveling. I'll put a couple pictures up on screen for you. And I had a great time. And honestly, now that I'm back, all that I could think about while I was gone was new types of content I want to put out there. I have like a list of a bunch of upcoming games I want to take a look at on the channel. And a lot of other ideas, one of which being stalling out on this slight uphill because I'm trying to turn and drive, which is impossible with this thing. No, it was playing LA Noire, and I think it's a great idea. Gives us a really good chance to play a game that I think has kind of been left. I think I want to do like a video by video, and then I'm going to do a like review of the game video. And I think I want to make that like a 3-hour long video that's kind of like a master book on LA Noire. And I've always been more so focused. I think I have the better disposition for this long form content, but I want to challenge myself and create a new kind of video. So that's why I'm going to give it a shot and try a good and proper, you know, I mean, everybody's seen them. You go in, you review a video game, you condense it into a manageable time, and we'll see what it looks like. Let me play it. As I play it, I'll be kind of creating that video and writing a script about it. But it gives you a chance to watch me play the game. It also gives you the chance to kind of see how I'm coming along. Yeah, I think it would be a good way for us to get to some LA Noire content. And I think it's a good game. I want to play through a couple other kind of older games that I think are just absolute gold. I was thinking a while back actually about playing through like all of the older I don't mean like, actually I don't know how to explain it. Rockstar games. I wanted to play through all the Rockstar games, and you know, I feel like I could watch a bunch of content on a guy going through every single Rockstar game and playing it, and I feel like that would be enjoyable to watch. So I make stuff that I think I would enjoy watching, or that I know I would enjoy watching, and that's that's my niche. That's what I do. People seem to like the farm sim videos. I don't know why. I like workers and resources. I'm very bad at it. If you've ever watched one of those videos, you should go watch it. I'm very bad at it. But with enough time, you get good at stuff. And Farming Simulator is great. Oh, they found something for me. Is that what I wanted? It is. Oh la la. Let's get it put in John Deere green. Let's get a little design color of a little John Deere yellow on it. Rims, John Deere yellow. Yeah, I like that. Nice. A brand new, new to me at least, but windrower for $5 grand. That doesn't hurt at all. Be much better than the one we had before, that's for sure. I want to say it's been probably close to a month since I've played Farming Simulator, and that's kind of sad. Like, in my opinion, I think that it's a great game, and I've watched a lot of content, and I'm not really, honestly, and I know this is crazy, I'm a pretty big FiveM guy. I think I want to put out a video on FiveM this week. I have some pretty good hours in that. If you don't know what FiveM is, it's just GTA roleplay. I enjoy it. It's like a good outlet system. I've been playing it for so long now because so many of my buddies play it. And it's kind of like, it's kind of like just, I know the people in there. It's a good way to unwind, and you always know what's going to happen. Things are pretty predictable. So I'll put out some content on that. Pursue that as an avenue of stuff that I want to do. I have a lot. Month of July, I want to put out a video every day, and I want you guys to hold me to that. And I want to grow this channel and kind of find my people on YouTube, and I know they're out there. Some of you watch my videos, some of you watch 5 minutes of my videos, and then there's people who watch all the way through my videos, and to those people, I deeply appreciate you. You help my channel. I have 10 subscribers. I get okay viewers. If you haven't subscribed yet and you've kind of been watching a video and you want to help me out, please subscribe. Leave a comment, leave a like. You do not understand how much it helps the channel. Or maybe you do understand. You either do or you don't. But it helps the channel so much. Just like the ability to know that there's 10 people out there that want to watch and want to be a part of this thing that I'm creating is kind of amazing. Because for me, this was something where I thought I would upload 2-3 videos maybe and get 1 or 2 views, but to have videos out there with 300 views on them is amazing. And I would love to be able to look back on Farm Sim and know that in a while that we will be progressing through Farm Sim, making our way up from the bottom, small tractors, small equipment, all the way to full-sized implements eventually. Modern harvesters and everything, and owning as many fields as we possibly can in this game. And it gets me hyped up just talking about it. I can't put it into words how excited I am. I'm just anticipating my excitement, and that's making me excited. So I just took out my own mailbox. Dude, the post office maybe it's not my mailbox. Hey man, if we don't talk about it, it didn't happen. So I've never seen that mailbox before. I didn't know there was a mailbox there. I've never even heard of a mailbox, dude. I'm gonna be honest. I would never hit a mailbox. I've never hit a mailbox before, and if you say that I have, you're a liar. So bad news for you. we're just gonna go around, and I know I never get that little piece of grass in there. But it's so hard to get into that with that windrower that I had before, but I think this new one is going to be a lot quicker. And I know, like, dude, so many of these episodes will just be mowing grass, but it is such a good way to make money with silage. And honestly, down the road, it's going to be important for whatever kind of critters that we end up having. Sheeps, cows, horses, pigs. I don't know if chickens need any grass or grass products, but I know that just about everybody else does. So, I don't have access to this land. Grand. Hey, that rhymed. Pretty impressive. I think, you know, here in Farm Sim, I think we have a good looking farm right now. And I do. I want to turn that into something. And I've done that before. In Farm Sim 22, I put like 500 hours. If you remember the No Man's Land map, I'll put up a picture right now. If you remember the No Man's Land map, I was playing on that for like probably 500 hours. And I had built out like an awesome looking farm. And I want to do that same thing where it's just like a mega structure. Because you have so many productions that you need and everything else. But No Man's... Oh, that's not good for the house. No Man's Land, it had like such a eerie feeling to it, where it felt like you were the only person in the world and there was like literally nobody else. It was just you and these mystery people buying your crops. And I remember going, because like you have like this 50/20, which is, I mean, maxes out, I think. That's a good screenshot. We get a little screenshot. We'll use that for a little thumbnail. That's distracted. Wow. You know, you're driving it like, I would always do like rags to riches, and that's always my favorite, but I thought for this, you know, we'll have a little plot of land. We've got some basic implements, and you know, we can say he bought them with a GI fund, or you know, whatever roleplay we want to put behind that. But at the end of the day, when you do rags to riches, there's like two ways to do it. You can chop trees or you can cut grass, and I prefer to cut grass 100% of the time. I hate lumber. I only do it when it's absolutely necessary, like if trees are in my way or something. And even then, I'm far more likely to just use the tree deleter machiner, the tree shredder. Just get them out of my way because I just hate trees. But I don't know, that's my personal beef with trees. It's not anything that trees ever did. It's just like these trees in here, they're pretty, they look good, but they're always in the way. And you gotta negotiate them and maneuver around them and struggle with them. And it frustrates me because I don't want to deal with trees. And I would like to just, you know, cut and mow in nice straight lines. And trees don't let you do that because they are literally the bane of my existence as far as farming goes. There was a old map in 22 and they had trees in the middle of the fields, and I remember like harvesting and just smacking into them constantly. It just isn't good for it, you know. It's probably, I mean, in real life, if you hit a tree with a harvester, it's Jover for everybody involved there. And I think it'll be awesome when we can finally buy a field and then we can start, you know, I mean, from here we can go anywhere. We can, you know, I mean, look at this map. Okay, or down. Stare at a saving icon. Look at this map. I mean, it's huge, and we are on a little plot right here, little 4-acre plot. I mean, I think, we talked about it before, buying maybe some stuff down here, buying maybe this field. I mean, $278,000. I think it's very doable. All right, guys, I have a story and a half for you. So, I just got done mowing all of this. I thought I was recording, and whenever I have FarmSim open, my OBS doesn't always look like it's moving. In fact, a lot like this tractor right now, it looks like it is moving, but it isn't. So, I thought that I was still recording. I in fact was not. Kind of what happened is, I did a bunch of work. How do I connect this? Can I connect it to like trees? No, I can connect it to tractors. Oh well. I did a bunch of mowing and talking, and I have none of it on recording. Dude, this tractor might just be stuck forever. Oh boy. So, I've spent probably the past hour talking and trying to record this video, but we're just gonna do it again. We're gonna do it again, and I'm perfectly happy with that outcome. I think that all of you should be. I think that we're gonna have a great time. We're doing a little bit of compacting now. I'm going to fast forward you guys because you can see everything's just spilling out. I need a new bunker because this one kind of honestly sucks really bad. We're gonna get, I think, a new bunker. I was hoping kind of soonish. Let's see if we can get this Jeep in here, which is this tractor. So yeah, I recorded a really long video, and I wasn't recording. So in my mind, it's coming up on the end of the video, but as it turns out, I'm coming up on the start of it, which is good. I wanted to restate a lot of things and say it different than I said it initially, so this gives me a good chance to. One of the big things I want to talk to you guys about is how we're going to change upload schedules. So this episode will be coming out on a Tuesday. It was filmed on Monday. I think I'll push it out tonight, maybe, or tomorrow. We'll see. Right now the plan is to do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then simply doing a 5-day upload schedule. And I think on Saturdays, I'm going to do long form, like a really long, like 3-hour video with minimal editing, which is why I thought FarmSim would be perfect for that. It's something that, you can watch and kind of, unwind. It's going to be a 3-hour long video, and eventually, whenever I get the viewership for it, Saturdays I'm going to stream. It's going to be a game of y'all's choice, so if you guys have any suggestions for what you want to see me play on Saturday, tell me down in the comments. I'll play it on Saturday, and then I think that video will either come out Saturday, or it will come out, depends on, whether or not I want to edit. So I think right now, the idea is that this tractor's stuck forever. No, but I think right now the idea is that I'm going to play FarmSim, I want to say like 4 hours worth. So there'll be a really long video that comes out Saturday. Those are going to be put into their own folder. They'll be called Saturday sessions. And whenever I move over to streaming on those Saturdays, those will be Saturday streams. And I think those are going to be the only day of the week that I would ever even consider streaming. Just because it's one thing to do YouTube, where you guys can tune in whenever you want, however you want. And it's a whole nother can of worms to do something where you guys are playing, you're sat there watching me in real time, and I think I'm very excited to maybe do that. At the same time, I'm also kind of a little bit scared. So with all of that in mind, this Saturday and maybe the next couple until I feel like, we're at a good number. I think once I hit maybe 100 subscribers, if I do, that is whenever, man, this thing is stuck. When I do kind of a thing, that's when I'm going to start streaming. And then even if it's just 2 or 3 of you in there with me, I'll just upload the VODs, and it will be essentially the same kind of long form content on those Saturdays, something that you can crawl into bed at night, Saturday night, and tune on, or I'm always a big fan of that long form content, and I think it's a good way of doing things. I kind of want to stick closer to hour and a half content, mostly on my main channel, and I know that's already kind of long for some videos. Looking at games for down the road, Workers and Resources, I think, is going to be a pretty consistent one. You guys seem to enjoy it. I definitely enjoy it. There will be a video that comes out on Workers and Resources on a Wednesday and Friday. So past that, I mean, we just have to get this tractor unstuck and we're golden. I don't know if it's going to happen, though, to be honest. I think we may just have to embed this tractor in here. And the capacity on the silo is awful. I mean, do you see this? Everything just spills out the front, and I'm going to have to come back through and pick it all up and put it in my silo here in a second, maybe over there on that bike. I'm not quite sure. So yeah, I mean, that's the plan. I'm going to stick myself to it and keep with it. I want to put out some FiveM content as well. If you've never watched FiveM or heard of it, it's GTA 5 roleplay. It's been a constant in video gaming for me, and I've always enjoyed it, and I hope that you guys will enjoy watching it. If it's something that we like, it's something that I'll start doing a little bit more. I'm hoping I can get a little bit of traction here and use kind of that Jeep as like a little boost point, but I don't think I can, and I could have sworn that I had super strength. Let's see if I have super strength. So that's kind of the plan, is I'm going to put, alongside with that long form video, it's going to have kind of like minimal editing, it'll have music behind it, kind of like all my episodes. Have some music behind it, and it's going to just be a good time. So down the road, definitely I'm thinking about streaming. Maybe the Saturdays will be a FarmSim stream where I'll play for 5 or 6 hours in a sitting. I was kind of thinking about that anyways, just to have numpad minus. There we go. I was kind of thinking about that anyways, because I think it's a generally a good thing to have some content on there that, isn't just 5 or 10 minutes. And what I just realized is that I can come into the map, I can press on this little tractor, and I can just press reset. Oh boy, sometimes I get in my own way. It's embarrassing. Yeah, right now, we're just gonna keep, chugging along with some FarmSim today. So, I was thinking about, what I was thinking about earlier today is, have you ever noticed if you if you ever like watch those body cam videos, people talk to their, like whenever they get pulled over, people always talk to cops like they're like an ex-girlfriend or something. If you next time you watch a body cam video, imagine it's a guy talking to his ex-girlfriend, and it sincerely makes the videos about 1,000 times funnier. Oh no. Why did I put this back over here again? How can I bring it over here? Where's that? Where's the buy place? I'm gonna have it delivered over to me. I can't find my, oh there it is. I was about to say I can't find my tractor. Did I get that over here? Okay. I guess we're driving. Yeah, they always, I mean, it's always like the same tone, the same everything. So, I was, recording, and essentially what we did in the past, I'm going the wrong way. Essentially what we did in the past hour and a half is we kind of got ourselves in the mindset of how do we want to play this out? What do we want to do with the, the farming and the farm? And I think what I'm kind of thinking is if you see that plot 43, right across from all our tractors, it's a pretty good little piece of land, and I think it would do our purposes very well. So, thinking about, I mean, the land here is a very good chunks, minimal obstructions, so we could look at buying out land and plowing it and advancing kind of that way. But I'd say a much larger part of that is 3 to lock in your crews. There's these littler fields down here, and it's 2 acres for 100,000. But I want a big field, so if that's going to cost a mil, it's a while away. I might have to do like a time lapse of 1 or 2 months, maybe with mowing. We could look at some contract work that we could find, especially in November. Plenty of contracts actually, cultivating and such. So maybe we buy a cultivator and we get a little bit of money cultivating or fertilizing, or we buy a harvester and think about, hey, is this something that we want to do? We got plowing too. Plowing's really good money. I think I have a plow that'll hold me to it. So I don't know. I think contracts are going to be a good way for us to earn the money required to finally buy some arable land. So this plot right here to our right that we're staring at, it's got some trees on it. I know those can make us some money, but more so what we could put in place after that. So we could put the sheep over there and give them, I mean, we could turn that entire field into grass and just feed them off that grass, or even farther than that, there's other stuff that we could look at doing, and seeing how do we want to set up productions, because we could put, vines, we could put grapes over there, we could put olives over there, or we could put a chicken coop or whatever we need. And I think I have to put it was already on it, my bad. We're gonna get this bucket here on it, and then we're going to get to work again with kind of clearing up all of the spill out. And I think, especially with how poorly it always compacts, I'm just running the shit out of that. That's fine. I mean, it's crazy the size difference between that cultivator and this new one. It's absolutely wild to me. We're gonna come through here and grab this weight too. I kind of don't have anything else to talk about. I'm going to sip some Diet Coke. I'm going to get this all sorts of cleaned up through here. Maybe. We'll see how it goes. I'm just going to take this over here and I'm going to dump it in the silo, and everybody's going to be happy with it. And if you're not happy with that, guys, tell me in the comments. Tell me how awful of a person I am and that I should never be allowed to play this game. Please. Or, have a little fun with the game. If you're, I probably should have reviewed this earlier, but if you're newer here, I have a previous, I think, 1 or 2 or 3 videos, a couple videos. This is my 1965 start. So kind of the goal is, you can see up in the corner we have years. This is November of 1965. So when it turns over, we're going to have access to stuff that came out in 66. There's a way that you can do it through the game. I'm not doing that because sometimes, there's stuff that looks like it could be from 66, even if in reality it's not. And I don't mind taking a little bit of liberty there and saying, hey, this is fine. Because in my mind, and in fairness, I think that it definitely is. I mean, if you want me to, because a lot of the stuff in this game, I think like that cutter over there, it matches bar cutters of the time so well, even though it is a later model. So something comes out in 1990 versus, and I don't know if it's just destroying it as soon as I pick up a different thing or what's going on. Here's my mailbox that I hit. It's very sad. It's still there. Make another little pass here. Move this bucket up and out of the way. There you go, dump it. I think kind of what I'm thinking about a lot right now is, what is the best way that we can get stuff done here? And it's going to be a lot of time dedicated to just getting in there and mowing. So if we want to progress in this farm sim series, there's only like 2 ways of doing that. And one of those is off of camera. I do a bunch of work, or I kind of record it. And I mean, we do more of like a pass and review thing with the video, where it's a lot of maybe 4 hours of gameplay and I condense it down into 2. Or we just have a little 6-hour long vid on Saturdays. You can watch it if you want to watch it. If you don't, I'm going to go back and just brief you. I think right now I want to stick onto a daily game schedule. So I'm thinking Mondays are going to be newer games or something we haven't played before, and then I'll play a new game maybe once every 2 weeks. We'll change that new game. So I think for the first week it is going to be Alien War, and if that's something that you like, I'm going to introduce it into kind of a schedule with how I bring out videos, so that that every Monday, every Tuesday I'm going to be making Farm Sim, every Wednesday, every Thursday I'm going to be making Workers and Resources. So it gives you guys the ability to come back to the channel and hopefully enjoy it as much as you enjoyed the first video that brought you here, or if this is the first video, I hope that you're enjoying it. I'm a very big fan of constructive criticism. If there's something that you don't enjoy in my videos, I want you to always tell me. I can only improve if I have that information, right? Because it's really hard to get, engagement data is what I look at mostly. So I know that a lot of people, they watch 4 minutes, 53% of people watch 4 minutes of my episode, and the rest, they kind of hang in a little bit. And there's a lot of people that only watch 10 minutes, and even less people watch 30 minutes, even less people watch an hour, and even less people watch the full video. But I know that there's people out there who do. So
would say for now, let's get this chaff uploaded.
I think this is going to be good. I mean, I was talking about it before, and it was definitely something that I want to revisit with you. This is not my first time doing this. Before I even thought about YouTube, I did something kind of similar to this in 22, where I started in like 1970s, and then made my way up. And about 500 hours into playtime on that world, I did the No Man's Land, and after about 500 hours on it, I felt I was in a pretty good spot with it. So, and then that was, I mean, that was around the time that the new game came out, and once this came out, I mean, everybody switched over, and looking, I mean, down the road, you know, we're gonna have another one coming out here in no time, and I think that is the great dynamic of Farming Simulator, is that there is always going to be another game coming out where there's going to be at least, you know, minor improvements. I wouldn't say that the jump from 22 to 25 was huge. I would, however, say that the jump was, I would say that they definitely brought in things that I think now are kind of standard to us that weren't before. Like these dirt trails and the way that we kind of dig in. It can be an annoyance, but I think at the same time it adds a lot to the visual factor of the game that just, I don't know, in my mind, it makes it seem more realistic and more like closer to life. And I'm always a stickler when it comes to games doing things right. That's kind of my thing, is I like seeing stuff done right in a game, whether that's accurate depictions of things as they should be or as they were at the time, all the way down to, you know, mud trails digging in. And this bunker is, I mean, upsetting me right now. I mean, I gotta pull a lot out of this if it's ever gonna work. Okay, we're just gonna keep rocking back and forth here, and now we know that they're, hey, they can only load so much. And I'll find out what that number is and try not to forget. I'm going to get a new bunker. I think this one was a poor decision, personally. It looks good. Of course, we're stuck, as always. It looks good, but it is nowhere near as functional as it needs to be. It's just like everything seems to just clump up in the middle and then just spill towards you and out, and it just knocked into my Jeep. Great. Everything just seems to spill out, so I want to get a new one, maybe a drive-through with a lot, not a lot more capacity, but a little bit more capacity. And I'm sure we can find a good home for that, whether it's, I'm thinking about over there in front of me in that little strip that I own. I'll just show you for our purposes. You got anything on discount? Construction. Construction container? Is it in silos? Where's silos? Oh, there they are. They are. So kind of like thinking about maybe, right, it's 25 grand, but I mean, I was thinking maybe we do something like this. And this mod right here is amazing. It shows you exactly where your property ends. If you've ever like tried placing fences or doing something like that and not had a mod like this, it makes you wish you did. So 25 grand, we could do 60 grand, we could do something a little bit bigger. And if I was going to build it, I would probably, I mean, I don't need that. There you go. 120 grand. No, thank you. 33 grand. It's huge. 17 grand. That's a really good size for 17 grand, I'm going to be honest. For 20 grand, it's kind of the same thing. Yeah, this might be the pick, and I know it is kind of large and feels unnecessary, but I don't mind large, because this was 20 grand. This is 17 grand. This is what 17 grand will get you versus 20 grand. And if I'm being honest with you guys, I wouldn't mind having something maybe too large. It would beat the too small that I have right now. And with this, you know, you can drive through it, you can do everything else, and I can set it up right about probably chair. Oh, I don't know if I can with that tree. I think I can probably get it about chair. Right about chair. Or I could put it, you know, maybe I'll decide to put it kind of like here instead. Whatever it is, it's just something that we need. I didn't actually know that I owned all of this back here too. It's actually pretty good to know. So yeah, I mean, great processing unit. So I mean, you know, if we wanted to, we could do over here just to kind of show you guys. There's this little patch of grass here with trees. We can cut out those trees, no problem, and we could put grass in this, turn this into a big fenced-in area, and we could feed sheep, we could feed goats, we could feed, I mean, horses, whatever it is, they'll eat the grass. And if we do something like that, we could not use this field, or we could just fence in this part of property. We'll see what the acreage looks like, and we might just be able to use this for proper farming, and then we can have sheeps or some form of animal here, and start, you know, having some passive income in the off season. I think that would be a really, really, really good thing. Is something that is always going to bring in money. So if you have enough grass, you only have to feed your sheep in like the winter months. It's kind of true for a lot of animals. You can displace a lot of the feed need with excuse me, you can off-put a bunch of the feed need with just having kind of somewhere for them to go. And I think for chickens, I don't know if it's as prevalent, but if you have sheep and you give them enough forage land, they literally will not eat. They won't go through your bales. So they will, you know, they'll go out, they'll eat what's in front of them. And it's I mean, it's, you know, it's what you need. It's what you need is a way to ensure that, hey, whenever I'm cutting this grass, I should probably set aside a couple bales for sheep because it's going to be cold, and not so much, you know, I gotta keep mowing so that I can dump it straight over there, give it to the sheep, and then we'll repeat the process. And with like silage, you know, we could have cows if we wanted, and we could buy up those little fields over there, and we could set them up for the cow feed, and that's just the way we could do it, so we could get everything that we need and operate at kind of a low overhead with the cows, because the feed is a lot of what costs the money, is how much they need. I think it's called TMJ, TMR, total mix ration. Yeah, that sounds right. I haven't played Farm Sim in, I mean, I think a month now, so I may be wrong. Oh, I can just look it up. I have a computer in front of me where I can look at things. TMJ. Manure, milk, slurry seeds, soybeans, tomatoes. Total mix ration, TMR. It's actually not a bad price, 125. If I sell silage, I could just buy TMJ, but, or TMR, sorry. I don't know what TMJ is. Total mix ration. Doesn't make any sense. So, thinking about, you know, kind of what we want to do with the farm, your input is most valuable to me. I'd like to see buying up kind of like the immediate property to me, and then we move, sort of thing. Buying up some property, and then we're moving and expanding the farm. And, you know, like past that, kind of have everything we want, right? And we can, at that point, we can turn this into a game of okay, now we just, because in the beginning you're doing a lot of farming, and down the road you're doing a lot of other things other than just farming, because whenever you get probably 4 fields, you're going to be constantly in the fields doing something, which is a very good feeling. For now though, I mean, we'll cut our grass and turn it into silage and we'll go sell it. And I'm plenty happy with doing that until we get the money that we need, because it is a great income source. I think silage is probably some of the lowest overhead, some of the lowest everything else. And normally if I was confined on land like this, I would do wrap bales. I would wrap them, I would wait for them to sit, and then by the time they were ready, the grass had sat for long enough that I could just redo the bales. But I feel like silage bunker is just so quintessential to the time. I mean, just, it looks good. And I mean, look at the sad amount that I can fit in here. It's nothing compared to that other one. And I know the other one is absurdly monstrous, but I wouldn't have to worry about this. And I could, even leave silage in there or compact it super easy or whatever. I could drive straight through it. I could do whatever I wanted and it wouldn't be... I mean, this is holding 70,000. And I think it's still pushing some out even then. So yeah, I don't know. I think that big one is just going to be the choice. If there's a reason I shouldn't use that one, tell me down in the comments. Other than that though, I think that is going to be the big play, is getting in there, using that, and kind of seeing how good it is. My OBS says I've been recording for 12 minutes, and I know it hasn't been 12 minutes. That frustrates me. We're good. I'm gonna blanket this. We've got a little bit left out here. We're in here with a little bucket. We'll give it a little bit of bucketing. I think probably buying that larger one. You know what I did want to see? Who owns this road? Is this road its own sort of thing? It is. There's usually like a tile where you can buy the road. And like that. I mean, what are you gonna do with that? What are you gonna do? You're spending 112 grand for this to mow the side of a road. There has to be one around somewhere. I will hunt for it and see if I can find it. I doubt I will. It's just like kind of stuff that doesn't make sense. Like, I didn't want to buy that. Thank God. I don't want to tag that. Once again, just, I mean, kind of give you guys, where I'm at, what I want to do. This field or this field, this is actually cheaper for, roughly the same acreage. So just like poking around here right now, it has owned by Katie. It has soybeans in it. They're ready to harvest. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Nothing burgers is what it has. It has nothing that we need, and even less so than we want. I think kind of looking, I mean, down the road, at least, and thinking about what we want to do, I think that the immediate fields provide us the best opportunity. And that one is 295 grand. We'll see how much we get from silage this season. It's just kind of a rinse and repeat thing. I don't want to move that. I'm gonna just see what tools I have. I have a seeder, I have a fertilizer spreader. How about a cultivator or a plow? Either of those. Because I can't remember if I did. I don't think that I do have a cultivator or plow. It's fine with me. We should look into, I can probably sell this, however. Let's go value, because I think it was super cheap. Sure was. We're going to sell. Yes, please. Where was I? Oh, a cultivator, or a plow. And then we can go and do some plowing or cultivating. I was trying to see if there's another word. We could probably grab this and, you know, we'd be there all day, but, you know, for $200, it's hard to pass up. 1983, 2011, 1977. And I think these plows would be kind of the closest thing. I will look into getting a plow that is period correct, because I mean, we are pretty far away from all of these. We're, I think, closest to this one. How about cultivators? I think that we could probably say that this passes for a 1965 cultivator. I'll look, I'll make sure. Yeah, we'll buy this. And 62 grand on this. That's absolutely ridiculous. If we get, you know, a cultivator plow, we get, I mean, let's look at the contracts that we have again. We got stone picking, we got wood transport, don't want to do that. We got spraying, sewing, I could do that pretty easy. Yeah, I mean, I could be out there, I could do some sewing, I could make 9 grand. Only thing is that, you know, these two fields are kind of far away from each other. So let's get to sleep. I'm going to review the length of this video. Actually, I have no idea how long it is. I'm going to be honest. I think it's probably closing on an hour. Oh, look at that. I can open and close my bathroom door. Oh, nice. We're going to sleep until 8 a.m. Okay, I'm back. So it was 38 minutes. I don't know what I was on where I thought that was an hour. I don't want to talk about it. I'm gonna edit that out. All right, so we are back. We're gonna keep going. I think that we could probably get a little bit more work done. Still growing. We have a good yield bonus. We have okay fertilizer. Old, yes. Mulch, no. How's this going? 34%. Let's get out there today, and I want to do some contract work. Buttons. There was a button I thought that let me order up some bags of stuff or something along those lines, which I'm not sure what it was at this time. Drop that. Go back into our garage. Actually, it was like a mowing. Is there no mowing? There's plenty of harvesting. Any of you guys harvesting grass, perchance? I'm pretty good at that. Just some plowing, and if we bought a cultivator, we could probably pay it off. Yeah, let's go do some sewing contracts. I'm going to accept that contract. We'll grab a set of forks. We'll grab our sower. We will get to work. The tractor needs a wash. It's looking rough. I mean, normally, I'm not saying it always looks great, but boy, does it look rough. We'll come back here, we'll grab this. Go back out of here. Just like so. And then I think we could probably get away with, how big is it? 8-9 acres of alfalfa. Sorry, I was looking if they maybe have a... I was looking up, I mean, 17 grand isn't bad, and we could start doing harvesting contracts, and then we have a harvester. If I really wanted to, though, I mean, if I don't want to spend too much money, I could buy this 45. I think it has another header. Maybe not the 45, but maybe the John Deere, I can't think of the name right now. The John Deere, 105. That's what I was thinking of. Because it has a, I mean, it's 17 grand for, I mean, stock. But the headers is or the grain headers is really where it shines because it can have 7.6 meter header. And that is ridiculously good. I think it came out, the 105 came out in the 50s. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'll put the date up on screen that the 105 came out. There you go. The more you know. God, is it bright in the morning. Alright, we're going to grab some seed. So we're going to grab some seed. That's not where seed is. Categories, stuffs. I thought one of these buttons was seed. Is it all the way down at the bottom? It is. We're going to grab a pallet. I think it's a pallet of seed we probably need. We've got crack core. Seeds. That's 1050. Big bag is 1,000. This is 1,000 a piece. I could put on 2 of these on my forks. There we go. Okay, we're gonna buy one more to put on the forks, and I didn't really think about including seed cost in this, but it'll probably add just a little bit. It fits perfect. I mean, it fills up perfectly, so probably, I mean, the seating, we're probably just breaking even, but hey man, I wouldn't be too hurt for 2 more grand right now. Gives us kind of a little bit more possibility. We'll throw these 2 bags on here. We'll drive up to that field we need to be at. I think I feel like I went through this on like one of the first videos, kind of discussing with myself. Is that not a seed bag? Please tell me that's a bag of seed. That's solid fertilizer. Crap, dude. How did I buy solid fertilizer? Oh, because it's the first one that pops up. That's embarrassing. That's $1,200 I'm never getting back. Do a little switch. It's not the end of the world. We're going to end up using that fertilizer eventually. I hope. I pray. I mean, we should. I think we have a spreader for it. So maybe we can even kind of spread that out here on the grass and see how that affects our yield, because we're at a plus 60% right now. Will you please just comply, sir? It is so effortlessly the first 2 times, and now you are being a problem. For really 0 reason. There we go. Easy peasy. I mean, look at that. Like I wasn't even trying. I get this other bag here of seed. Like so. And where are we driving to? Farmland 62. We're gonna take this road. We're gonna go to the junction, take a left, take a right. How low can I get these? Say about chair. We'll do a little bit of first person driving, I think. I mean, I can't see anything up there, so Might be better if, yeah, if they were up. Ain't that something? Rolling coal, boys. We're rolling coal. We go up here to the junction, take a little left. I'm gonna time lapse you guys. I'll see you when we get there.
20 minutes later.
Here. This is a very sizable field. We're going to get our cells lined up. We're going, actually, we should probably select our seed. I think it was alfalfa, as memory serves. Let's double check. Alfalfa. And then I'm going to knock out this contract. I will talk to you guys when I get done. In the meantime, it's going to be super fast for you, super slow for me. See you guys in a minute. Bye. Hey guys, this is Editing Patty. Looking back, this is like a 20-minute clip of an hour's worth of work, and nobody wants to sit there for 20 minutes watching me drive up and down. So I'll give you guys a quick play-by-play with what happened. I drove up and down, and then drove up and down again, and then drove up and down. I'll give you guys some quick snippets as we play off our episode. So it's good seeing you guys. I hope you've enjoyed. Bye.